previous finals between them. The two Chinese players, first as a doubles combination. Yeah, both of them edging forward, looking to play from the net. So once again, confirmation of the score. 21-15, 21-16, and the number 2 seeds Tian Qing and Zhao Yunlei safely through to the final tomorrow.
Okay, we got black, we got red. Black, huh? Black. Service.
So our next semi-final is women's singles, and we have a chance to look at the Destination Dubai list after the last of the Super Series events, the French Open. Top 4 players remained unchanged, and as you can see, 3 Chinese players right at the top there. Nehwal went up 2 places from number 8, and I wouldn't mind betting that she'll go up again after at least this semi-final performance here in China. She's up against Liu Xin in this semi-final. Liu Xin, unseeded, and has reached today's semi-final with victory over 2 seeded players. Sung Ji-hyun, the number 4 seed of Korea, in the first match, an hour and 22 minutes. There's the draw. We can see 4 different nations at semi-final stage. That's a very healthy situation, isn't it? Especially as there were 4 Chinese players in the quarter-finals. So there is Liu Xin, 24 years of age, from Benxi in Liaoning province, up to 17 on the world ranking, has been as high as 5, but considering last year she only played 1 international tournament, and that was here in China. So was out of the national setup, it appeared. But look at those results. Number 4 seed in the first round, the former world champion, and number 7 seed Rachana Puntino in yesterday's quarter-final as well. So that's very impressive indeed. So to her opponent, number 6 seed, also 24 years of age, currently number 5, but she has been as high as 2 in the world ranking. Now, she hasn't played against another seeded player. In fact, her last 2 matches have been against players who originally were down in the qualifying event. A qualifier, Jin Jingjing, and then a player promoted from the qualifying.
Ready to play?
D. 3 games yesterday in the quarterfinal, as indeed it was 3 games in her very first match. Nehwal against the left-handed Sayaka Takahashi. For Liu Xin, it was that first round match against the number 4 seed Sung Ji-hyun, an hour and 22 minutes, 22-20 in the deciding game. Well, if you were with us yesterday, you will have seen Nehwal against Sior Di. Dropped the second game, having won the first 21-13, and then in the deciding game, just romped home a 21-5. So this only the second meeting between these 2 players. The first won by Nehwal, but that was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago actually now, in the quarterfinal of the Swiss Grand Prix Gold event.
On my right, Liu Xin, China.
Richard Ting
And
from Singapore
on my left,
is our
Saina Nehwal, India. Saina Nehwal to serve. Level. Play.
There is Mets Palou of Estonia is our service judge.
Service over. 1 love.
Just taking it too
Service
late.
over. 1
Deep in that
all.
forehand corner. I wonder if she was slightly hesitant because of the drift.
Service over. 2-1.
It's amazing, isn't it, Morton, that she can be dropped from the national squad, or certainly from international tournaments, Liu Sing.
Yeah.
Oh, it shudders to think how many good women's singles players there are here in China that we've never even seen.
It's a luxury problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have so many to choose from. But that's, you know, even going back to the olden days when we
3-1.
went on trips in China, you know, staying here on a tour for 2 weeks or so, playing 5 different places, and wherever we went, we played these different teams. And especially, I must say, on the women's side, we were struggling big time. No matter who they sort of picked in the Chinese teams, they always seemed to beat us heavily on the women's side.
Yeah. I remember those tours. The first time I came here was 1982.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we used to travel around China. We were on the trains and
Absolutely.
move on to another province and train with them and play against them.
Service over. 2-3.
Wonderful, wonderful memories and experiences.
Yeah, it was a new world.
Yeah,
It definitely was. What a lovely exchange this one is.
yeah.
But it's good call. It's out.
Now this is something that you and I have talked about, because we see those net exchanges in men's singles. We've seen them for a number of years, and we're seeing them more and more often
It's coming up now.
in women's singles.
It is definitely.
Isn't it wonderful the way, you know, the game develops? And that's a super angle.
3-0.
But it is, and that's another super shot and another super development of Saina Nehwal here.
Yeah.
That one here is beautiful. Very
Plumb
nice.
on the line.
I love that expression. That's beautiful play by Liu Xin here.
Service over. 4-3.
Wonderful defense, very good skills, and then setting up a good counter-attacking opportunity. That one there, that's a beauty. Oh, that's very, very good shot by Saina Nehwal here.
Service over.
Opting for
4-4.
that disguised drop shot. It wasn't even a slice, it was a straight drop shot here. This is beautiful. Very, very nice. It's landing before the first line there. That's a very difficult shot to play.
Defense off the body.
So now it's Saina Nehwal's chance to be chased. And she's having a a little smile there.
Service over.
As
5-4.
good acknowledgement. You know, the opponent really played a marvellous rally here, and Liu Xin really deserved to win it. Very, very good badminton.
One Super Series title to her name, Liu Xin. That was the China Masters last year. First really noticed her, I suppose, Morton in Denmark in 2010 when she reached the final. Reached the final as a qualifier.
7-4. Service over. 5-7. Ready?
And here, I think we have a challenge, yes, in
China
that deep
Nehwal.
corner.
Challenge. Out.
Yeah,
That's in.
it is. That's a good call. No challenge
Correction. In.
successful.
Six, 7.
Oh, that's landed in. Oh, there's another challenge here. Goodness me, 2 consecutive rallies.
China Nehwal. Challenge. In.
It's hard to see.
It is, because
It's very, very...
that's the far side of the court from where we're watching. But as the rally was in progress, Morton, I was thinking, you know, how nice it was to see China Nehwal when she's coming forward. Oh, that was out.
That's not good.
Yeah, another good challenge. But she's, to me, she appears to be taking the shuttle, or trying to take the shuttle earlier. Yeah, confirms as out. That's another splendid challenge. But she still, to me, has a problem deep in that forehand corner.
Correction. Out.
She was in that rally really chased by Liu Xin, I think.
7-0.
Chased from side to side, really under pressure, pace-wise, but she did withstand it very well and stayed in the rally and got this opportunity and made a good challenge, 7-all. But I just see that the pressure will be mounting on Sign and Nehwal, because I think the defense of Liu Xin is very good, and one of the big assets for Sign and Nehwal is her very good attack. And she might not be able to score as much as she would like to do. And then if you then add on the pace, as what we see now, is only 7-all in the first game. And I think Sign and Nehwal is really pushed pace-wise.
Yeah, I agree with you. But again, that final shot from
But
Sign,
that's perfect.
it's lovely, isn't it?
It's really,
but don't
really
you think that's been missing a little bit in recent times when we've watched Sina? I love the way and this is beautiful.
It is, and I think that
Ready?
players really have to take notice of how good she is in that short forehand, backhand corner.
Yeah.
And you know, only play it when they know she's so far away that she cannot play that spinning net shot, because she's really good at it.
Yeah. It's gone wide, and this really is a marvellous run of points.
9-7.
5 straight points to be precise.
China. Listen. Quickly go to your position. Don't walk, huh?
Umpire Richard Tink from Singapore saying don't walk around in between rallies. And we agree with that sort of umpiring, don't we, Morton?
Yes, we
That-
certainly do.
That said,
Service over.
these
8,
rallies have been
9.
played at a real intense pace, and I think there has to be a good understanding from the umpires on occasions. I think he was absolutely right then, because we are
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
so
beautiful.
early in the match, but
Service over. 10,
I
8.
think we're in for a real quality treat here.
I think so too. The two players are very well matched, style-wise and everything.
Service over. 9, 10.
I can only assume, Morgan, that she had injury problems last year, Liu Xin, as to why we didn't see her. Because with delightful play like that,
Ready? Play.
I think she's wonderful to watch, because you know she's got 3 very, very good assets in her game. She's got pace, she's got a very solid defense, and she's very nicely counter-attacking. When she's having these chances, look at that one. That's good play by Simon.
perfect.
Beautiful disguise.
Yeah, lovely.
Service over. 11, 10.
This is good badminton.
Double.
Yeah.
This is very, very, very high-class badminton.
So just 1 point in it with Nehwal. It's interesting you talk about those 3 assets. They by any chance be the 3 assets that a certain Mr. Frost had?
I recognise them.
So did I. A female version of Morton Frost. She hasn't quite got your height though, has she?
No, but a lot of the same philosophy.
Yeah.
Nice pictures.
Isn't it lovely?
Think.
Yeah. Now, I can tell you that the coach is talking.
我会坚持。
Now, I'm not quite sure what all that was about. Chen Jin, the women's
Hot one,
singles
20
coach,
seconds.
was a
Hot one,
long,
20
long
seconds.
discussion with Richard Ting, the umpire from Singapore. Now,
We're definitely having more than a 1 minute interval.
he's now left the
Ready?
field of play.
11-10.
There's
Play.
only one coach left on the Chinese coaching bench. Now, I couldn't quite hear it, Norton. Was that conversation in English?
I have no idea.
Service
No
over.
idea. I
11
just saw
all.
them talking.
Service over. 12-11.
You know, Morton, one of the stats I haven't found out is whether there has ever been a China Open without a Chinese women's singles player in the final. We need to research that, don't we? Unfortunately, our internet isn't
13,
working terribly
11.
well here, so we can't do that right now, but we will find out for you.
But I don't think so. I think there's always been a Chinese.
So do I. And
I can't picture
No.
two non-Chinese playing the women's singles in China. He's out.
Ooh, I'd challenge that.
Oh, he's out.
Sign on,
Well, there is a
Nehwal.
challenge here.
Challenge. Out.
That's way out. Way out.
Never in doubt.
No.
Well, Liu Sin is convinced because she's kept hold of the shuttle.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Yeah. Well, her third challenge and the first one she's got wrong. So
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 12-13.
Oh,
That's a challenge worth.
13. Sorry.
oh, even the umpire thought it was
Service over.
in.
14-12.
Called the score accordingly.
That
But
would have been worth a challenge.
That would have been, wouldn't it?
Good follow-up. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good follow-up by Simon Nehwal here.
15-12. Player ready? Play. Service over. 13-15.
Interesting though, look at the way Sina Nehwal desperately tries to take it early, deep in the forehand corner. So she knows that she's been pushed into that corner. She's trying to counteract it.
Four. Service over. 16-13.
withstanding the pressure
17,
so well.
13.
Yeah.
And then giving that one opportunity. She's scoring. Look at that. That's really nice. But this is one opportunity, and she takes it.
Yeah.
Ready? Play.
Well, that looked a slightly tired looking shot to me.
Desperate.
Yeah. Desperate more than tired.
19, 13.
I think she is feeling that her patience is not really paying off. She wants to go a little bit tighter. It's a little bit desperate.
Service over. 14, 19. Play.
Oof.
15, 19.
Yeah, there's a change of heart, but the only option she had, it was definitely
So too was that.
16, 19.
Well, I do like this fighting spirit.
yeah. She never says die. You know, every time we watch her play, she's fighting tooth and nail all the way, and obviously doing the same here. But you know, just coming back to the mistakes
Ready?
on
Play.
service returns. You know, you think, has you not done that? It
Yeah.
could have been,
Yeah.
even 19-17 the other way round. Just shows how little it takes. She loves playing that shot.
Service over.
This time
20.
making the error with it.
Game point 17.
And 3 game point opportunities for Silent Nehwal. Ooh, that's gone wide as well.
That's another service
Game.
return.
Yeah.
Mistake.
First game won by Saina Nehwal.
21-17.
21, 17.
24 minutes. Opening game for the number 6 seed from India. Now we're going to keep a very close eye on Chen Jin.
Yeah, what he was up to.
Yeah.
तो अगर हाँ जैसे तूने ये करा ना क्रॉस तूने उसके टॉस मारा हाँ फिर तेरे को वहाँ टॉस मारा तू जब नेट घुमा रही है ना घुमा के जो खुद से स्मैश मार रही है वो नेट पे लगा रही है तो थोड़ा सा आगे अगर आ सकती तो आगे बिल्कुल ठीक है बट जब उसको एक बार रिपीट करा ना फोरहैंड में वो थोड़ा तैयार रहेगी
फ्लैट मत कर दूसरा वाला फ्लैट
फ्लैट मत कर या नेट पे रख हाँ हाँ
तेरा रिकवरी टाइम कम है
है
अदरवाइज तू उसको वहां हाइट दे तो सही
नहीं,
तो
हाँ।
फिर आ रही है अच्छा है
हाँ
चलो गुड
और जब अटैकिंग तो ऐसे हाथ रोक के टॉसेस वो फंस रही है
डिक्टेट कर रही है, बहुत
डिक्टेट
मस्त
कर रही है फंस रही है ठीक है जहाँ करा उसने अगर ड्रॉप मारा ना तो ने बराबर ऊपर से पकड़ रही है फिर तेरे को ओपनिंग मिल रहा है तू ड्रॉप मार रही है ऐसे करे उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है बट नॉट टू मच तीन पीछे एक ही जगह में मत ऐसे ही सेम वे कम ऑन इधर से थोड़ा सा स्लोअर होगा एंड शी
Well, I
वांट्स टू
don't
प्ले
know if you
लिटिल
can hear at home
रैली स्लो हाँ
what's being said
लेकिन
there,
ठीक
but
है
we're
कोई
certainly
बात
not
नहीं अभी
hearing
वो चेंज
anything.
नहीं करना चाह रही है
No, I
शटल्स
don't think there are any
लेकिन अंपायर करने
microphones that
देने
close.
के लिए हाँ
जितना पेशेंस मतलब वीक रिटर्न के लिए वेट करते थे अच्छा क्योंकि अब तक है तू ज़्यादा डोमिनेटिंग कर
बिल्कुल
वैसे ही
वैसे ही
रहना।
करना है
क्योंकि तू जल्दी करी तो उसको फायदा है
हाँ हाँ
चलो,
ठीक है ना चल शाबाश कम ऑन
Hot 1 20 second Hot 1 20 second Ready player Liu Ready Sana
Well, the umpire saying ready player, and we promised we'd keep an eye on Chen Jin, the Chinese coach, as to whether he was going to have another word with the umpire. He didn't, so whatever the issue was
Ready?
before, presumably he's no
Second
longer
game.
thinks it's a problem,
Level.
or perhaps he's
Play
decided not to argue any further. So one game to the good, Sina Nehwal, 21-17 that opening game.
She got out of trouble there on that backhand side
Service over
when
1
she played
love.
the block shot to the net, and Sina Nehwal, she was there, but the shot was so tight that she couldn't really do much about it, and that kept Liu Xin in the match, or in the game
Ready?
rally here, and managed to win it with a smash down the line. That's out.
Now, if you were with us yesterday,
Go
when Sina Nehwal was playing against Su Di of China, seemed to cruise the opening game. And is it unfair of me to say she went walkabout in the second? Because I mean, she won the third game so comfortably, or
That's it.
or was it the Chinese player just upped her game? Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
another challenge. Here we
China
go.
Nehwal challenge out
Pulled out. Sina Nehwal thinks it's in.
I think she's right, and that is not very good. You know, if she's having 3 successful challenges within almost just one game.
Yep, that's in. Yep, and you're right. She has had 3 successful challenges.
Service over
But doesn't it emphasise how,
1 2
I was going to say necessary, how good it is that we have Hawkeye
Sana
and we have the instant review
Instant
system.
just
Hang on, what's
inform
happening here?
Okay
Didn't catch that either.
I think it was about, I think Liu Xin wants Sina Nehwal to, you know, get back to play quicker.
Service over 3
Yeah, sorry,
1
Morton, I've gone off track. I was asking you about yesterday's match for Sina Nehwal. You know, was it that she lost her focus in the second game, or just her opponent started to play?
No, she lost focus.
Yeah.
You know, if you can win 21-13 and 21-5, and they lose the game in between, you're not really there.
Yeah, it's focus.
2号场地将要进行的是女子单打比赛，由来自韩国的裴田珠对阵来自日本的山口茜。
Service over Go 4
本场比赛裁判员海伦马丁巴巴罗斯，发球裁判员李森中国。
Service over 5-2 Service over 3-5
Well,
That's out. Well left.
Good judgment.
Yes.
4-5.
Was there a broken string there?
I think so, yes. And then amazing she could play it out in the baseline.
And CHN, number 2
Best
seed
interest.
in this tournament, that lost in the second round to Akane Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi, World Junior Champion, promoted from the qualifying event
You think?
in this year's tournament. It is now contesting the semi-final today. My goodness.
Just next court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service over. New one. 6-5.
See, that's the problem for
Service over.
Liu Xin.
6-0.
She finds it very hard to control the drift. She is playing on the fast end of the court at the moment, and she is really struggling a bit to find properly. And here we have another example. Now she's 7-6 down.
7-6.
Well constructed rally here by Liu Xin. Nice attack. And then this is beautiful. This follow-up here is nice. Good follow-up.
Both her attacks in that rally were straight. One from the forehand side, one from the backhand.
side, yes.
Yeah, and followed up very well on both occasions.
8-7.
Well, I think she's tactically doing the right thing. She's been struggling to find that baseline for a little while, and now she's going on the attack, which I think is the right thing to do in order to see next time, you know, come back, see if you can play more rallying games, but you know, just 2 or 3 minutes later, see if she gets a better control.
Yeah.
She doesn't. That was going way out as well.
Service over.
It's interesting, we had a quick glimpse there a moment ago of 3 of the Indian men's singles players. Kashyap, who lost yesterday, and also Guru Saidat and Pranoy as well. Nice to see them down here supporting the women's singles player.
Absolutely.
9-8.
Nice.
India is having a great interest in this semi-final day. Yes, they had Srikanth as well in the men's singles.
Yeah.
Which is really, really good for them.
Service over. 9-0. Service
shot
over.
down the
10,
forehand side
9.
of Simon Nehwal, but what a difference.
This one here.
Yes.
And it's so short.
Yeah. Well taken. 2-point advantage at
11-9
mid-game
interval.
interval in favour of Simon Nehwal.
She was 5-2 down,
Yep,
so far as I remember.
she was indeed.
क्यों वो उधर से कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रही, ठीक है ना? पुराने होने मत दे, पुराने में फिर वो स्लो हो जा रहा है ना, फिर वो कंफर्टेबल रहेगी, ठीक है ना? थोड़ा चेंज करते रहे।
हमें
Same.
थोड़ा रेडी रहो।
हाँ रेडी
और
रहो।
यदि पीछे के लिए पंच पे डिसाइड करना है तो फ्लैट है, पंच है वो तो पक्का बाहर गया। लूज पंच से उठाई तो समझता अंदर।
जहाँ तूने अच्छा पुश मारा ना, बैकहैंड में स्पेशली
Hot one.
आगे जा उसके वो
20
साथ
seconds.
जैसे तूने अभी करा,
चलो,
बिल्कुल
good,
रेडी।
बढ़िया रे, चल।
वेरी गुड, कम ऑन, ऐसे लेट एक्शन टॉसेस।
Well, there's very much a trend nowadays in sport, isn't it? When you munch part way through your match. I can understand it
That's
in
one of
tennis.
life's little perks.
Yes. I'm not sure I could have coped with that while I was playing. Something
Ready? Sign up?
juggling
Yeah.
about in my tummy.
No. I found it even hard to drink enough. So, let alone getting something to eat as well.
Ready? 11-9. Play.
Oh, that's out too. It is out.
Yeah.
12-9.
She hasn't challenged once, has she?
Nope.
The 4 challenges have come from Simon Nehwal.
Service over.
Right, close to
10,
going over.
12.
It's a little bit now or never for Liu Xin. If she's going to win this match, she's got to make a move now.
Yeah, what on earth was she doing there?
Service over.
Must have changed her mind.
13,
Was she just
10.
so off balance as she tried to play it?
Oh, it's hard to
So,
say.
yeah.
You have to help me. Whacking my brain.
Yep, go on then.
Toss of the coin.
Yep,
For one.
Service over. 11, 13.
I can't help you.
Thought so. You don't think of that. But I just can't help feeling that, if Liu Xin
Service
One.
over. 14, 11.
she has definitely made a mistake.
But she should have chosen ends.
Yes.
I don't know why any player that wins the toss doesn't choose ends. Why on earth would you choose to serve when you can win a point whether you're serving or not?
Yeah, it's much more important to choose the end you want. And, there are pros and cons about everything, choosing ends, having the best end first or last or whatever. But I just think the way that Liu Xin is playing, it suits her game, and against
Service over.
Simon Nehwal, it would
12,
suit
14.
her to try to have a long game.
Yeah.
And obviously, she must know that Sina still have a lot of strength in the first game, so it might be difficult to win it, even though it gets long, as what happens here.
Yeah.
But as the game progresses, Liu Xin have to have a belief that she's physically stronger the way she
13,
plays.
14.
So she could sort of add on the pressure on the good side
Yes.
in the second game.
Yeah.
And now it's reversed, and she can't control the drift, and this is not first round. in the
Yeah.
tournament. This is the semi-final, so she definitely knows what she's capable of and what she's not capable of. And I think had she had the opportunity, and that's why I'm whacking my brain.
Yeah.
14 all.
Nice way to get that level. Yeah, because, I mean, it's not like tennis where it's a distinct advantage to be serving. In badminton, you don't have that sort of
It
advantage.
can actually be a disadvantage.
Exactly. And of course, under the previous scoring system where you had to be serving to score a point, of course you wanted to get your score moving immediately.
If
So
you could, if you could
could.
get a 4-love lead or whatever, you know, that would be wonderful.
Well, this is 4 straight points. And now into the lead, Liu Xin.
Recovery from Simon Nehwal here. That is really, really strong. That is, oh, that is bad. But how well played by Liu Xin. But the way she absorbed that pressure,
Yeah.
Simon Nehwal, that was good. She was chased all over the place. Look at that. And one more. That's good play by Liu Xin.
Well, the run comes to an
Service
end.
over.
Those 5 straight
15-16.
points have got a different complexion on this second game now, hasn't it?
It has. While I was talking.
Yeah.
Isn't that film called While You Were Sleeping? So while I was talking.
Listen.
An interesting Liu Xin staying on court while the court is mopped. That's sending a clear signal. Oh no, off she goes.
I would have stayed.
I would have stayed. That
Definitely.
sends a message to not only your opponent, but more importantly, the umpire. I'm fit, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
You just keep an eye on this. Without having to verbalise anything.
15-16, play. all.
Yeah, emphasising your points.
17-16.
Wow.
18-16.
The advantage was definitely back with Simon Nehwal.
Challenge.
It's a
Liu
challenge,
Xin
but
challenge.
that's not worth it. But,
No.
In.
or maybe it's a chance to try to recompose a bit. Look at that. It's, you know,
It's not even close.
that's just a sophisticated way of time wasting.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 18-16.
Mind you, I think it's a clever way of, you know, trying to get a little bit of time to compose. She's 18-16 now, and you know it's crunch time.
It is.
So it's a clever way of saying, okay, I've got two, and maybe I have to waste one here just to compose myself.
No, it didn't go over.
No, it didn't.
19-16. Ready?
And the match point has arrived.
20. Match point 16.
2016. Sign enables having 4 match points.
Yeah, she's deserved it, so hasn't she, in all honesty?
Service over. 17-20.
What's that?
Yeah, second time of asking. And the Indian coaches celebrate because Saina Nehwal is through to the final of the China Open. 21-17, 21-17. The scoreline
Match
over
won by
Liu Sin.
Saina Nehwal.
48
21-17.
minutes. And
21-17.
we are guaranteed a women's singles final
With no Chinese.
with no Chinese players. We have got to get our internet working. We've got to discover if that's the first ever time that that has happened. So, Saina Nehwal, good play today, thoroughly deserves her victory. Who did Wong Mu Chu beat in the final in 2007?
I haven't got a clue.
No. Anyway, Saina Nehwal safely through to tomorrow's final. 21-17, 21-17.
本场比赛裁判员阿帕德法国阿瓦1名，发球裁判员克里斯蒂乔纳森丹麦。
So with our next semi-final being men's singles, a chance for us to look at the destination Dubai. The top 4 places remained unchanged. I hope you got a good look at that. I hardly was able to absorb it myself, but I can tell you as the players are already on court that the two men on court were not in the top 10 of the Destination Dubai rankings there. So for Lindan, there he is, the two-time Olympic champion. His opponent is the man in form at the moment, because CHN is on a 14-match winning streak, having won his last two tournaments. The French Super Series, his maiden Super Series title, and followed it up a week later at the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold. In fact, it was his third consecutive Bitburger Grand Prix Gold. He's never lost in that tournament. That's an 18-0 win-loss record in Bitburger. And it's no surprise that his world ranking has gone up to a career high of 8. He's enjoying his third week at number 8 in the world ranking. Well, there you can see he's twice been taken the full distance in the first round, and again in the quarter-final yesterday against the number 7 seed. I'll come back to that because we're looking at Lindan, the left-hander, the 31-year-old from Longyan, which is very near Fuzhou, which is where we are right now. In Fujian province, of course, and the two-time Olympic champion, 5-time world champion, and 5-time winner of this China Open title. This will be the third meeting between the two men, and the two previous occasions have both been won by Lindan. Last occasion was in the first round of the recent Denmark Premier Super Series event. Now Lindan in the second round beats the number 2 seed, Jan Jorgensen. 3 games needed there, an hour and 12 minutes, 21:15 in the decider. In fact, all of Lindan's matches have been over the hour mark. Even his first round match against Su Jin-ho of Taipei. Hour and 2 minutes for 2 games. Well, our umpire for this one, Pinder Sabharwal of India.
Ladies and
Christian
gentlemen,
Johannesson of Denmark
on my
is
right,
the service judge.
Chao Tianchen, Chinese Taipei. On my left, Lindan, China. Lindan to serve, love all,